Hey everybody, it's Sean. We're gonna get started on our next video, and like I said in the very first video, and by the way guys, I just want to apologize from how awkward that was. I just felt so pressured because I had some ideas and I put some stuff together and it didn't turn out like how I wanted. So I just needed to put something on there though, just to kind of be a man of my word and, you know, stick to that, be genuine. But the very first real piece of information we want to give you and we want to offer you guys, because you know, you can look it up on YouTube, get it somewhere else, but we want to make it fun. And that is a work table. You know, you can't do a project like this. You can't do projects like this without proper equipment. And unfortunately, you need a workbench. You're going to be holding stuff. You're going to be working on parts. You got to be taking stuff apart, cleaning stuff. There's always some stuff to do. So we're gonna actually go step by step and teach you guys how to build your own work table. The actual dimensions of it are 8 by 4 feet. I'm thinking it may just cut off, you know, like, I don't know, 6 inches of space just to make it a little bit shorter. But hey, I may just leave it just because being lazy about it. But it's all good. So here's a couple things you're gonna need. So one of the first things you're gonna need is, obviously for a table, you're gonna need legs. These are 4x4 by 10 foot. You could get them at pretty much any local hardware store, you know. That's the first. Second, you'll need 8 2x4s by 8. Third, you're gonna need a tabletop. I went ahead and grabbed a 4 foot by 8 foot. I think it would cost me like $50. It's premium for, I don't know. I just got the best looking one. It's got a nice looking side on the other side. So that's what we're going with. Also, you're gonna need some tools. You're gonna need a power drill. You're gonna need some drill bits. Got some screws. Got some nice wood screws, you know, get some good quality stuff. I don't want your stuff to break, you know. Got some good heads just because I needed those. And I went ahead and got a countersink kit just because I want my, you know, I want the screws to look flush. I want it to look nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and just countersink it, make it look extra good. I got some backup brackets, and I also went ahead and got 8 elbow brackets. I think they're 4-inch brackets. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're 4-inch brackets. So yeah, those are pretty much everything you guys are gonna need to build this table. I try to make it as cheap as possible. You know, I think I only spent, you know, most people already have all the tools and stuff, but I had to buy them. I think for total on all of this, I spent maybe $180 to get a nice, really good table to work on this bad boy. Now, I also want to show you guys a little bit of the car so you guys can start to get to know it. This is a Formula Continental car, and as you guys can see, it's not in the best of condition, but that's fine. That's the whole point. That's why we're doing this. We're going to show you guys how all this stuff is going to get repaired piece by piece, inch by inch, section by section. You know, this thing is gonna be an all interactive project. I want everyone to be in on this and watching, just because I know this is gonna be a fun time for everyone. And we can't wait to give you guys that experience, you know. It's gonna be exciting. I can't wait to get this thing started for you guys. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up and ask. I have no problem answering people. And go like us on Instagram, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, like us on Facebook. And I'm gonna go ahead and post everything in the description for you guys. Again, with the table, I'm gonna give you all the dimensions and how to cut it. Now, for the actual build. So hey guys, this is obviously gonna be the first step. The very first step when you're doing a project like this is you're gonna wanna get all the measurements out of the way. So I just spent some time getting all the measurements done first. This table actually took me a little bit to build just because I kept running into problems. It seemed like I was always missing a tool or I was cutting the wood incorrectly. That's why I told you guys to kind of get 8 of the 2x4s instead of like 6. Just because I figured that I was gonna mess up, especially because if you're like me and this is your first time ever building something like this, then you're probably gonna mess up, and I did. But it's okay, it ended up turning out great. So right here, I ended up starting with a circular power saw to try and cut the 4x4, but it didn't work out very well. I was starting to get uneven cuts, and the blade was just overheating, and it was causing the wood to just cut funny.
my angling was all off, and I was just not happy with the results I was getting with the circular saw. So I ended up switching to a skill saw. You'll see in just a couple seconds here, I end up switching to a red skill saw, and I used that for the rest of the build. In fact, I got pretty much the most accurate, perfect cuts I could with this little 3-inch skill saw. It was perfect. So right here, I was just lining everything up, getting rid of any frills, pounding out the ends, just making sure everything was flat and even and level. I took the skill saw to everything one more time too, just to make sure everything was, straight, even, and perfect.
Hey everybody, I went ahead and just cut this part off. I'll go ahead and put the measurements on the PDF that I'm gonna add, but just so you guys know, this was originally 48 inches. I took, I think, 9 inches off. So yeah.
So hey, at this point, what I'm doing, I am putting the top together. Now, the best way to do the top is you need to take the clamps, and I already had pre-cut the 2x4s. I don't think I did that on video. I'm pretty sure I ran out of storage at some point and had to delete some stuff, so I just started right here again. But yeah, you need to clamp the 2x4 down to the actual top as tight as you can before you start, drilling the holes in with the drill bit and center punching it. You don't want to do that yet unless the wood, the 2x4, is super secure to the top. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to actually pre-drill the hole. You're not going to be able to get the wood fastener in efficiently. It's just going to end up being a bad, connection point, and you don't want a weak connection with a work table. So now you're gonna repeat this practice of clamping the 2x4 to the top as tight as you can while you're pre-drilling and actually drilling everything together. You just wanna keep everything nice and secure. That way the wood fastener actually does its job. So yeah, I ended up going around the entire bottom and it was super easy. It took, no longer than 30 minutes after I figured out what I was doing.
Hey guys, so I took a small pause just because I had to cut some stuff up and get some stuff resized and put into position. So I'll put the instructions, like I said, on a PDF, and I'm gonna put it in the link just so you guys can, have the ability to build this yourself. And I'm just gonna continue from here and we're gonna get this thing finished up.
So hey guys, check it out. This is the entire top. So what's gonna happen now is after we're done with, finishing up the ends, I wanna make sure everything is really flat and smooth. We're gonna go ahead and get them put into the corners. Then we're gonna reinforce them with some brackets, make sure just everything is strong and holding up how it should. And this table will be done. Let's keep it moving.
So the key with getting the 4x4s into place, yeah, the clamps, forgot to mention that. But yes, the clamps. You need to put the clamps in a position to where you can drill at least 3 of the 4 screws that you're gonna need to secure the 4x4 to the 2x4. Now, this is a super secure drill, but the thing is you need to screw the screws in a way to where they're also not going to collide. So just make sure you're paying attention to that when you're getting the legs preset before you drill them.
And there you guys have it. It's a complete table. Now, there were some parts that I didn't include in the video, and that's just because I ran out of storage at some point, and what ended up happening is I couldn't transfer the data, so I just ended up buying, more iCloud. Doesn't matter, but I ran out of storage, so I couldn't record the rest of it. So I just wanted to finish it. That way, I could get started on the car a little bit quicker. That's my priority right now, is getting the car started. But I wanted to do this as like a little side project for everybody.
Hey guys, just want to say that is it. Thank you for checking us out. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you liked it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe here on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. My personal page is Sean_Sarbacker. The racing page is Aqualine Racing, no spaces or underscores or anything like that. And follow us on Facebook as well. We have Aqualine Formula Group. That is the page on Facebook. So make sure to check us out, guys. Peace.